that tank goes down. So Skynny has to keep charging. He's got nothing left except for a War Factory Command Center and a reactor. Now, DeadClown is racing this tank back, but there is something being built here in the War Factory. Well, Skynny's distracting the tank with his dozer, slowing it down just, oh my. Edging closer and closer to these nukes. He might be able to get another shot onto it before he can fire. Doing a lot of damage. Oh, brilliant. What a drop. A superb EMP by Skynny, knocking out all three of DeadClown's advancing units. Okay, we have a truly epic replay. We have two of the old school gods. Command and Conquer generals. Down the bottom, we have a DeadClown. Probably one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player, to ever be conceived and baptized in the flames of fire of generals. Versus Silver, aka Skynny, one of the best micro gods. Also versing another micro god in a CVC, China vs China matchup on Tournament Desert. This should be an epic battle. We have both of them going into a dual supply. Probably opting in for dual War Factory. Very common and potent strategy in a CVC matchup. Bottom, DeadClown's a little slower. Obviously, it's always a bit slower on the bottom. Top is always the preferred in most maps in generals. Depending on your position, you can get your dozer to the supply quicker. Now, both have opted for the double War Factory, so it's going to come down to micro and survivability of each unit that is going to be popped out. So we have a Gatling tank and a Battlemaster. We have a Battlemaster, and I betcha it will be another Battlemaster in a classic form of DeadClown. DeadClown is probably the best master at microing his Battlemasters, using and exploiting one of the bugs that made this game truly amazing, which was using force fire to cause extra damage by hitting just outside the hitboxes of certain units. We'll see a showcase of that throughout this match. Something you would never see in the old replays, because it was not something that was really found out or known about until a lot later in the game. And you would see it throughout the competitive playstyle because it became a defining factor and skill gap between the different players. So huge tank wall coming out here. And now that fifth, whoever can get another Battlemaster together to get the bonus. And you'll see that here. See how the tanks are trying to target just outside the unit as it moves. That will cause extra damage. And Skynny is just cleaned up. DeadClown trying to reposition and get some units out there. Now he does have a flank attack coming, but it has been seen. Skynny might have noticed that the Gatling cannon is locked on to that. Nice little tank battle here. DeadClown has cleaned up those three. And now Skynny's going to try to regroup his tanks. Now, very good move here by DeadClown going into a barracks, so he'll be able to take control of middle. And Skynny's done the same, both realizing that they can capitalize on the tank spam. Now, some caution to here for Skynny because he has got two tanks here, one with promoted twice, which will give it extra damage. And rate of fire, I think, is slightly increased as well. Possibly even armor. So nice recovery here from DeadClown as he is ready to start trying to hit these flanks. So this is a very common thing, to bunker on the left flank and protect your second supply there. Very nice move. So DeadClown would have seen this. He might not see it. Maybe he'll miss it. So we got two Gats coming down onto an unprotected flank. That could be serious punishment for DeadClown if those get through. DeadClown having no defense on the flanks, but he has gone into a propaganda center. Both players are going into propaganda centers. And now DeadClown's seen the attack onto the Gatling cannons. He's going to have to micro units on all fronts. He's pushing back this line of tanks just so he can focus on cleaning up these Gatling cannons. And he needs to protect that dozer because he will only have one left then. Skynny's trying to push through mid, having the red guard, having the bonus of having 5 battle masters. And that will make cleaning these tanks up. So he's run into another group of battle masters here. And Skynny has successfully hit and punished some of DeadClown's economy. Which will, and every little bit like that will matter in this kind of battle. Now it doesn't look like much, but microing all these different battles at different times is extremely difficult. Especially when you have to throw in force fire to try and maximize your damage against other tanks. Truly unique bug of Command & Conquer Generals, which puts the skill cap ceiling much higher than the average RTS. So it will come down to the control of your units, but in a very different way. So the battle for the middle is still being waged, and no one's been able to claim middle, but we do have the hero unit from China, the Lotus, going to capture this building. We have a Gatling cannon behind the flank here. Do some damage to the truck, but nothing that will prevent or slow down its recovery of supplies. Now DeadClown has an option to kill this oil or to try push the flank. Skynny has seen that he's got a couple of tanks there and he's preparing to engage those 2 tanks on the right hand flank. Now meanwhile, both players are teching up, and I'm assuming DeadClown has opted in to go for an early command center to get some of the upgrades, which is going to come in handy. We have a nuke cannon, which is absolutely devastating when used correctly. And if you force fire using a nuke cannon, you can double your damage or do a lot more damage. And having that will be able to mean that he'll be able to push. Both players using their Lotus to scout ahead. Common strat. Oh, that nearly got the Lotus there. So both Lotus has been seen. And now DeadClown knows that he has to try handle a nuke cannon. So he's going to have to either go into air or also get a nuke cannon himself. Now he's got a command center, so he'll be able to have access to his general points a bit earlier than Skynny. And he's opted in for a drop on the right flank here. Not a bad move. Probably needed it to make it a little bit lower so units couldn't squeeze through. Nice little disable there from Lotus. Lotus being able to disable and capture buildings. And also hack cash from supplies. So Skynny really dominating the mid here with 2 nukes. He's going to have to protect this very cautiously. It's very easy to... It can be very easy to outposition your nukes by advancing too quickly without proper support. At the moment, he's really only got 2 Gatling cannons and a Lotus. Lotus can disable these overlords. And we have a beautiful artillery drop from both players. This cleaned up, DeadClown cleaned up 2 nukes with his artillery, and he is able to push through middle. Excellent move there from DeadClown, really showing his experience with China in a CVC matchup. It's cool. Now we've got airfields from Skynny, and I'm assuming Skynny opted to hit the propaganda center of DeadClown, slowing down his production of overlords, which may allow him enough time to be able to push back. Now this nuke is going to wipe out a lot of units, does a lot of damage. Nice move here. Skynny's bunkered on both sides. It's a great idea. That's a pretty desperate move to do, but it's very smart. Commonly, not appreciated it in the Rivals community when you bunker on both sides. On the Rivals community, in the Command & Conquer Generals community back in the day. But it's a very good tactic, especially in a CVC. Now, DeadClown's been able to sneak through Gallon Cannon, and it may just... Oh, no. I was about to say it was nearly going to be able to have access to all those nuke cannons everywhere, not really allowing DeadClown to get through it all. He knows the flanks are bunkered, so he can't really get there or make any meaningful push that will be quick enough without a response from Skynny. Now, both players have done exactly what you should do. This is definitely peak sort of Command & Conquer Generals. Both have gone for the third supply, entering into the mid to late game scenario. As you can see, we are getting through the supplies up to the last supply at the main base. And that's a good signal that we're into sort of the midsection of the game where you have to start considering your late game economy. Oh, so DeadClown has been sitting idling, and these nuke cannons are going to try clean up as much as they can. They're really pushing and pressuring DeadClown back into his base. DeadClown still having both oils though. That is going to be a big problem for Skynny. He really needs to take out those oils because DeadClown's economy is going to be a rampant. Give him an... It will continue to give him an edge. Now what you need to try do in these sort of scenarios, you do need to sneak units wherever you can to try get these very well guarded nuke cannons, because the nuke cannons sort of become a centerpiece to the strategy as you try to take mid. Just like that. Unit hero there to do some damage or to take out these nuke cannons. They're quite force forward, bit out of place. You could rush one or two of them on the flanks. We had
unit lost.
We had Lotus trying to take the command center, but failed. We got the nuke cannons trying to clean up, but unable to target the flame. DeadClown able to clear that bunker. That could come in handy later. And now DeadClown having two supplies, one truck on each, so not overly efficient. But again, having these little attacks by just one or two units to help clear out the nukes that are coming through the middle will really help. Skynny made a very risky move there. He may even lose one Overlord. Comes a very tricky game of trying to position and maneuver your forces into a position where they can take advantage of their distance and set up between the middle here. Nice little hack there from Skynny, stealing 1,000. Definitely need that extra cash. Now Skinny's got quite a lot of money. It's what he's just built another Overlord there. And again, and this is how you outposition your nukes. So very nicely done there by DeadClown. DeadClown's been able to reset the nuke cannons just so they can't fire. And that's one of the main things you're trying to do is whenever someone has their nuke cannon on guard is to try getting close to reset it so you can move in more units. Skynny opted for artillery fire onto the propaganda center. This is going to slow down production of Overlords. Skynny still has his, but you can see quite a build-up of forces by both sides. So when these two forces collide, it's really going to be most likely everything to do with winning. And we have Skynny taking the left oil. This oil needs to be recaptured by DeadClown very quickly. Your economy becomes very slow late game, depending, especially if once we finish this main supply. And this is where your heroes will come into handy. Oh, so a nice little disable over the building. And Skynny pre-firing into the middle. not being able to see, but just doing it just in case to deter any attack. And a very out of place DeadClown baiting. Oh, got a nice attack there. That was a very clever move by DeadClown. Now he's going to have to try get into his base, but he's going to get nuked from multiple nukes. It's a really good idea to have one nuke cannon sitting behind, just being able to put some pressure onto any advances. But again, Skynny's edging closer and closer to these nukes. He might be able to get another shot onto it before he can fire. Doing a lot of damage. Oh, okay, so who's going to be able to pick up the pieces quicker? It's going to come down to the economy and how these few last units are going to make all the difference. Nice, okay, so... Oh, okay, Lotus will be able to disable this lonesome overlord. There is a Gatling cannon coming in. It might be able to actually take Lotus out. Yeah, Lotus is gone, but the nuke has been set up and it's going to be able to reach that overlord. Oh, and do almost obliterate it in one shot. Nice little flame here from Skynny, taking out a very precious supply. Now you have both supplies will be gone, main supplies will be gone for both players, so it becomes a very tricky resource management and trying to maximize efficiency with the few units you have. Nice little bunker here, that would definitely cause a lot of pain for Skynny. Skynny's economy is at a standstill. It's really important that DeadClown hangs on to this oil. Oil and supplies is going to keep him in the game. His economy is much stronger than Skynny. Skynny having 2 aircraft though, that will come in handy with taking out any lonesome nuke cannons. And they're going to be airbound. And neither player really has eyes on each other's base. Skynny going to target. Possibly, not too sure. He's looking for... Oh, he used his MiGs to get access to supplies so he could steal some money. Very nice move there. Selling his war factory. Desperate times as both players are strapped for cash. Selling your supplies down here is an option, which Skynny has opted for. As both players become scarce with resources. Now DeadClown looking like in much better shape and form. Being able to scout up forward with his Lotus is going to have a huge advantage. He knows what's coming. Now, okay, now this is nicely done. It's really good to prioritize getting a Lotus out late game like this. Oh, but with the nuke cannon gone, yeah, DeadClown has to commit here. He's got to hit onto that. Now the trouble is there is a Lotus here. Oh, brilliant. What a drop. A superb EMP by Skynny, knocking out all 3 of DeadClown's advancing units. This is going to allow Skynny to clean up all 3 of these units, causing a massive blow to DeadClown and keeping Skynny in the game. Skynny's going to go for a mine drop, probably within the middle. Oh, no, he's going to opt in for something maybe closer to DeadClown's base. It's going to be problematic. Skynny, very nice EMP, mine drop, and a supply kill using his general's powers superbly. Oh, and he even takes out the Lotus, giving Skynny free access. Now DeadClown's coming in with an artillery. He's going to need to hit this tank right here. Oh, he's managed to hit it, but doing next to no damage. But the mines are going to kill. Very nice mine drop there from DeadClown. DeadClown's still in the game, but he's on the back foot right now. Skynny rolling with not much, but been able to be extremely perfected, extremely well done, I guess. I can't even think of the word to say. But he's doing awesome. Superb play there from the general points. That has turned the game around. So really, this could be anyone's game still. The ebbs and flows of a CVC. Now, Skynny's been able to build a second supply. His only supply. And that leaves DeadClown with his only income is going to be his oil. He can't afford a Lotus, whereas Skynny has a Lotus. That's going to come in handy, and that's probably going to be the biggest aspect of winning this game. He'll be able to come in and take over and hack, if not supplies, but his main building. If he takes this war factory, it's going to be very devastating. But he has to be extremely cautious as he tries to push. Skynny's very smart. He's going to try to take out Gatling cannons whenever he can, just to allow his hero more access to the different buildings. Again, Skynny being very cautious here with his Lotus. Not wanting to run into mines or enemy Lotus as well. And DeadClown has managed to get a Lotus out as well, so that's going to be very dangerous. The Lotus is going to make all the difference here. Oh, shit. Oh, very nice. So Skynny's come through and been able to cancel each other's. Oh, and another brilliant EMP, this time by DeadClown, targeting and singling out this one Overlord that is promoted. You can take quite a lot of punch there. Now that may be the deciding little factor there. The trouble is, that this Overlord needs to be protected by a Gatling cannon at all costs, because as soon as if Skynny can get a Lotus out, then he'll be in trouble, that's for sure. Skynny trying to make use of what he can. He's got one Gatling cannon, and that is it, and a flame tank versus an Overlord, nuke cannon, Lotus, and another Gatling cannon. Now this flame tank could be catastrophe, but it should definitely be able to take out this oil, which will definitely put both players into the same footing. Now Skynny trying to survive and get by just by collecting what resources he can without. It's warming up his Gatling cannon here. Very common to see. You do a lot more damage if you can have your Gatling cannon warmed up and spinning versus starting cold. And now DeadClown's trying to edge up, trying to be very cautious about it. There is some mines here. I'm not sure who they belong to. They belong to DeadClown. So DeadClown's got a nice little hold and control of mid. This flame tank is going to be worth every single penny, as it will be able to take out the bunker and this unguarded oil here, which is the only source of income other than these long supply lines from DeadClown. Skynny able to sketch by. He's got a few nice little force here. Now he needs to prioritize targeting the Gatling cannons, because looks like a mine drop there from DeadClown. Oh, and DeadClown's find a nice little opening here. Looks like all hope is lost. Does look like Skynny is really going to struggle here. Still a flame tank here that could come and clean this up. Skynny retreating back to his bare bone base. And DeadClown sitting pretty in the middle. Now, what could change all of this is an EMP drop from Skynny. Oh god, which is gonna reverse all odds again. And he's gonna get cleaned up by these rockets and flame tank. Oh, and at the same time we have an airdrop coming in. The artillery is taking out the Gatling cannon, but will it be enough? We have both players with no cash. We have a few units still in play from DeadClown, but the mines have just absolutely obliterated his last Gatling cannon, forcing DeadClown to sell his supply, having no income whatsoever, neither players being in a position to build or expand. They're in a complete stalemate, all having to sell their buildings to try scrap together a few coins to make any potent comeback. Now, Skinny's opting for a charge down the left flank with his dozer. I'm not sure, in order to gain some kind of early warning, perhaps on the left flank. And now players are having to rely on their command center and war factory, because neither player can really access anything meaningful. Both probably waiting for their general's powers. Now, there are mines here. I don't know whose they are. I think they're DeadClowns. No, they're not. They're Skinny. No, they are DeadClowns. Oh, no, they're Skinnies. Skinny going to get a kill with the mines there. These last few battles are going to be very micro-intensive, as it's going to come down to being able to micro these units very, very cautiously. That tank will probably go down, and there is nothing to fall back on if that tank goes down. So Skinny has to keep charging. He's got nothing left except for a war factory command center and a reactor. Now, DeadClown is racing this tank back, but there is something being built here in the war factory. Well, Skinny's distracting the tank with his dozer, slowing it down just, oh my god, making the whole difference and allowing him to be able to hack the supply center, giving Skinny the win. Skinny is going to be able to come back from absolutely nothing, claim victory. He's attacking. Skinny's got both his dozers at the base here, throwing everything he possibly can. Oh shit, and an EMP's gone down from DeadClown here. And looks like a mine drop from Skinny, and an EMP from DeadClown. DeadClown trying to clean up this tank at all costs. What a game! And another mine drop there in the middle from DeadClown, hoping that Skinny will get some units over there. Struggling. What an absolute crazy game. Now, both players only having a war factory command center. Oh, there is a barracks here. That may come in handy. Oh god. Skinny's got nothing. But DeadClown has to get to his base without running over any mines. Truly down to the last bare units. And looks like DeadClown is gonna be brave and try confront Skinny's last remaining base. Skinny not really having any option to do anything here other than sit and watch his base get attacked. He can't sell either of these buildings, otherwise he will be rendered even worse. DeadClown being very cautious and smart here, checking for mines. Mines will explode if they are attacked by anything that has an explosive round or a tank bullet or anything like that, not by Gatling cannons. And he's finally been able to put some damage onto the war factory. Now, the only thing that can change this battle is that the general's powers will come in handy here. Skinny may be able to do an artillery drop or a mine drop. Now, he can't, DeadClown can't take... Oh, that's game. Well played. And the artillery is coming in from DeadClown. What a match. And still checking for mines. He's Skinny here in the artillery. Sold his war factory. He's built a dozer just to heal his command center, prolonging the game in hope that he can use his artillery or EMP. After that, I don't know what he will do. If he could get down to here, he could take the supply. He could steal some cash maybe. But DeadClown has no money. So, bit of a predicament here. Because that command center won't go down anytime soon. EMP thing. EMP drop. Oh shit, he's going to be able to take out the Gatling cannon. What? Is EMP just a Gatling? Will this be a true stalemate? Oh my god. The Gatling cannon's gone. Now, so smart move here from DeadClown, risking it all just to try and finish this off. Now, the thing is, what unit will he build? He'll get $1,000 from selling his command center. Will he be able to... He's gone from a flame tank. Now, this flame tank has to dodge all the mines. It nearly died as it came out. Now, what this guy could do is possibly walk around and try get up here and kill the dozer. Dozer could go there still, which would be problematic. But this game has come down to just one unit each. And that unit being Skynny's dozer, healing his command center. And slowly but surely, DeadClown is approaching with the flame tank, which will make quick and short work of the dozer and command center. But until then, anything is on the table. There is still... Skynny still has his command points. DeadClown has no command center. And he cannot... He should actually probably maybe go on a Lotus if he sold, like, say, something else here. But regardless, it's going to come down to this. And unless Skynny has artillery, he is going to lose his... Oh, and he's got mines. But the mines don't move yet. Oh, shit. That's it. That's game. Unless he can hit that flame tank with artillery. But he cannot move that flame tank or it will die. I mean, he could try kill some of these mines around it. And since being so far away, it's going to take a long time. Again, this might give Skynny an opportunity to use an EMP or artillery, destroying that flame tank and then keeping him in the game. Truly an epic run from both players. And now we just have to sit and wait and watch to see who can kill this, who can kill each other's units or buildings using general points. It's Skynny's last option and only hope. And now his command center is very close to going down. It does not look like he is going to be able to do it in time. But what an insane game. And that's what happens when you have two gods duke it out with a CV China vs China on a tournament desert. Amazing game there. Definitely one of the best CVC games and high skill matches you will see.